Grenadians to be updated on the National Health Insurance this week.
We're working currently with the NIS, and very soon that secretariat would be available, open for the technical work that is to be started, that has already started, we can see.
Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Rakisha St. Louis. Grenadians will know this week just how much has been accomplished as the country moves towards implementation of the National Health Insurance. An update will be given by Implementation Minister Honorable Emmeline Pear and the National Health Insurance Advisory Committee during a press briefing on Wednesday. During a recent meeting of the House of Representatives, Minister Pear said their main task is to set up a secretariat for the NHI, and they have received over $1 million in grants for the setting up through the assistance of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They are also ensuring that all are on board as they prepare for another round of consultations.
We have acceded to the call. Let us engage technical support. And so we have been able to engage the services of an actuary, Canadian company, that is currently conducting study in Grenada. The intention is to be able to come up with the financial cost of that basket of services that we intend to provide so that we can ensure that as a government, whether there is need to subsidize, whether there is need to support, that what we are going to do will never become a burden to the average citizen of this country.
Minister Pear says they are now engaging service providers outside of Grenada who are willing to support government in implementing the National Health Insurance. She says it will not be a financial burden to the citizens.
So, Speaker, we've been exploring cooperation agreements with various healthcare providers. We've started engagement of the actuarial study, as I indicated before, the company being Monio Chappelle, a Canadian company, and they are going to determine a lot of the costing that we need to go forward in terms of ensuring what we can offer within that basket of services. So, Speaker, we've also been engaging our stakeholders, as I indicated before, and we intend very soon, once we get those preliminary reports, to start the second round of consultation. Government will not do this alone. We are going to ensure that all of our stakeholders are fully on board, whether they are locally or externally.
Work is nearing completion on the Black Forest to Butch Grove Risk Reduction Project at Granatan. The project is geared towards lessening the risk posed by large, overhanging trees in the area. Although the tree trimming and cutting will be an ongoing venture, the initial Black Forest to Butch Grove Risk Reduction Project was set up to take 6 weeks to be completed. NADMA and the Ministry of Implementation are the main executors of the project. However, several other partners have come on board, including the Royal Grenada Police Force, Grenlec, Flow, Ministry of Tourism, Department of the Environment, and Her Majesty's Prison will be providing labor.
They would be assisting with the cutting and clearing of the debris and providing manpower assistance as well as some cutting as well. I should mention also that forestry is also on board. They will be spearheading the cutting. They are in charge of the forest after all, so we don't want to go contrary to what they would stand for.
Acting Deputy Disaster Coordinator of NADMA, Ms. Samantha Dixon, gave the assurance that forestry officials are working with laborers to ensure that important and protected species in the forest reserve will not be tampered with.
We are cognizant that we have to protect the environment, and as well we have to protect our tourist products.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
The power of soca, the lyrical content of calypso converge on one fantastic weekend. Semis Weekend, Progress Park. We are coming. Friday, 20th July. It's soca semifinals. 30 of the nation's biggest soca stars hit the stage as we transform Progress Park. And on Sunday, 30th July, 20 of the top calypsonians engage the audience with hard hits and commentaries. It's the Melody Papi Tet Calypso semifinals. Showtime 5 p.m. Admission to both shows. Advance tickets $30. You pay more at the door. You must be there. Semis Weekend, Friday 28th and Sunday 30th July. Spice Mass 2017. Come, let's play a mass.
Grenada has roughly 3 months to put logistics in place to take advantage of a $4 million EC dollar package under the World Bank Ministry of Agriculture project, improving competitiveness in the agricultural sector in the OECS. 4 million EC dollars will be allocated to this country under the project, while St. Vincent and the Grenadines will receive 4.3 million following the signing of an agreement in Washington on Friday. Both countries accepted the regional project, which was put on the table following a fact-finding mission to the region by the World Bank team about 18 months ago.
90 days from today, we have to ensure that there are a number of things that are in place. We have to ensure that there is an office for the project. We have to ensure that a manager is hired, that a steering committee is put in place, and a number of things that has to happen. So this is important for us. It's very important for us that our ambassador to Washington, in Washington, has signed together with the bank that document today.
Mr. George Phillip of the Ministry of Agriculture. The project will help to increase competitiveness in the food value chain. A committee will be set up to choose the best business proposals for technical and financial assistance under the project.
You can already start thinking about ideas and team up, and then there's going to be a call for proposals for business proposals. So this is like something pretty short, like maybe 4 pages or so, where you will make the proposal, who is on the team, basically who are the buyers, who are the farmers, what you would like to achieve. And then the best ones will then be selected, and they would receive actually technical assistance to elaborate business plans, which are much more detailed documents. And from there again, the best ones will be selected.
That's Mr. Eli Weiss, Senior Rural Development Specialist with the World Bank. The Ministry of Social Development and Housing has once again participated in the annual Camp GLOW. The week-long girls' camp was held at the New Life organization in Palmis, St. John. Public Relations Officer of the Ministry, Delroy Lewison, has more in this report.
Camp GLOW, Girls Leading Our World, is a female leadership camp designed with the idea that educating and empowering young women positively contributes to the overall development of a nation. In 2012, Grenada became the first Eastern Caribbean island to host the camp. Since then, the Division of Gender and Family Affairs within the Ministry of Social Development and Housing has been engaging young girls participating in the camp on different gender-based topics. This year was no exception, as the ministry once again attended the camp, engaging them in discussions on abuse, healthy and unhealthy relationships, and valuing boundaries. Representing the ministry was gender-based violence responder Miss Rachel James.
Now, do you think it's easy for somebody who has been raped and so to come forward? No. Right? And every woman has that conversation with herself. Well, I'm guessing men do as well, whether or not they will come forward and explain what would have happened to them. Alright? And the truth is, a lot don't.
Ms. James urged the young campers to be extra careful this festive season, as they too can become victims of abuse.
Let's be realistic, alright? Things are happening, and the police was warning a lot of the young ladies and so that date rape, drugs and so like that are going on right now. So be careful who you're taking drinks from and so like that. What I'm saying is, you have to be careful of everybody, alright? You can't just think because it's another woman that it's not possible. And the same goes for the males you know in your lives. Tell them about what's going on, because there have been a lot of incidences with our young men being raped as well.
Interactive and fun games were also played with the girls, educating them on different relationships and what should be done in order to build and maintain healthy relationships. For the Ministry of Social Development and Housing, I am Delroy Lewison.
And that's the National Report. I am Rakisha St. Louis.